podcast anywhere.
This is for entertainment purposes only. The views expressed on this show are not shared or sanctioned by any streaming platforms yet. The opinions stated hereafter are mine, and I think they are amazing. Enjoy the show.
Hello there, my name is Robert Alexander Berg and I shall be your streaming navigation specialist. Welcome to the Bingingtons. This show is a year and some in the making. Yes, it is heavily inspired by the Bridgerton, but mostly it is my love for cinematography, unpredictable plots, character chemistry, and witty dialogue that has brought me to this point. Not to mention, I am an aspiring scriptwriter that loves to consume content for research and recreational purposes. So, how does one find a great show to watch? One that you subconsciously become emotionally invested into, one that resonates with your mind and your heart. Well, I have always loved great movies, but I never knew how much until Netflix and other streaming platforms invaded my focus. It was scenes like,
I'm your huckleberry.
and like,
Motherfucker look like Predator.
and how can I forget
Get to the chopper!
that have molded me into the gentleman and scholar that I am today. Now, we do have ground rules for we are uncivilized without honor. There will be no spoilers for new shows in the comment sections. You will be blocked.
I'll take you off my buddy list, bitch!
What are new shows, you ask? Shows that have not been released less than a week ago. You have a week to watch a newly released show, and after 7 days from its premiere date, we will discuss said show in depth. There will be no hate speech, no disrespecting me or other Bingingtons, no racial slurs, no scammers, no unsolicited promotions in the comments. If you want some promo, please send it in to me and my team, and we can vet it, then promote it on the show pending it is approved. So, what have I been watching? Well, I've been watching season 6 of The Chi. Let's get into it. The Chi is a timely coming-of-age drama series centered on a group of residents who become linked by coincidence but bonded by the need for connection and redemption. The Chi is created by Lena Waithe about life in a neighborhood on the south side of Chicago. Does the cast have chemistry? Yes. My thoughts? Well, here goes nothing. Can we all agree that Lena Waithe is a national treasure? I could have done without season 3 of this series, however. I would have no problem with balling it up and tossing it into a trash can and setting it aflame. I want to start by saying, damn, Emmett, that's tough. You got baby mamas, and now she got baby daddies.
He ain't lying.
My heart goes out to Papa and Rob. Now, is Darnell my new favorite TV dad?
Yup!
Keisha and Tiff are jewels. Keisha being a Dutch chocolate rose that grew from concrete, and Tiff radiates like an Amarian tulip against shrubbery, dusty tumbleweeds, and ferns. I do love to see my people looking passionate and prosperous. I'm enthralled by the up and up of the show, even amid turmoil. We see that Leon learned the hard way. I don't know why he pulled up on Doodle messing with them good folks.
Why, I don't know why you come down here messing with these people. Hurry up!
Papa's Paw Pit is switching up its business model, I see. And Yo Bakari, a diary ain't gangster. Now, is Gemma and her dad's little flame Tierra real-life siblings or what? And why is Lala being passed around by everyone? Holly Berry would never, Lynn Whitfield neither. You don't want to get on her bad side. Now, would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? Yes. My rating for the series is a 3.5 out of 5 wine glasses. Next up is Your Honor, Season 1. Your Honor, season 1 is about a judge played by Bryan Cranston, Heisenberg, if you like to live dangerous, that confronts his conviction when his son is involved in a hit and run that embrawls an organized crime family. So for every action, there's a reaction. Now, does the cast have chemistry? Yes. You want my thoughts? Well, I'm gonna give it to you. This nigga Adam is a dummy clown. He is clearly a terrible decision maker that likes to live life on the edge.
Danger's my middle name.
It is already wild enough that he is having relations with his teacher, but why would you go and get serious with the sister of the guy you hit and ran, my friend?
The deception!
So, now you ready to play the role, Adam? But you're supposed to be messed up about the whole ordeal. Make it make sense, Adam. Now, women are going to find out some shit. That lets me know that they have selective accountability practices. Now, Heisenberg is always getting caught up in lies. He is always intelligent and dumb as hell at the same time.
Let me praise you. You're an idiot.
I would like to say that Adam and his father ruined the lives of a bunch of black people throughout this series. Two things can be true, like an individual can be a hero and a villain in the same story, but only one woman had a little sympathy for the two because the others were on their trail like bloodhounds tracking a scent. The rivaling women were out there bossing up at any cost. Just ruthless, I tell you. Of course, Big Mo would be poisoning her own people, whereas Gina just might be the modern day long-haired Cersei, though. Short-haired Cersei is a monster. There are so many layers to this story, but karma does not play. This is some soap opera shit. The director was like, let's throw in some tension with a cartel too. Now, I wasn't sure if Eugene was going to make it out alive because Kofi just had the worst timing on the planet, but good ending, chap. I say good ending, chap. Now, would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? Yes, my rating is 3 out of 5 wine glasses. Now, unfortunately, I also watched Under Paris this week.
Everyone in this room is now dumber.
And we got to get into it. In order to save Paris from a bloodbath, a grieving scientist is forced to face a tragic past when a giant shark appears in the Seine River.
Ever seen a shark's eyes, Chief? Kinda like those eyes, all black and lifeless like.
Now, does the cast have chemistry? I would like to say no. Also, if I could write a letter, it'd be short and brief like, Dear Netflix,
I wish I had more hands.
so I can give this movie
4 thumbs down.
I still have so many questions. Like, for one, why did the black police driving the boat hit 2 donuts and then stop the boat in the same spot? What was that about? The Save Our Seas chick clearly prioritized shark survival over human life again. The whole movie, I was thinking, here go white people being wrong about a lot of shit and getting people killed. I've come to the conclusion that the lead male actor must have saved the director's life, or this is an extreme case of nepotism. I wondered, was the film about an imminent shark threat or him at times? Someone must have thought, hey, he's good looking. He will carry the film if all else fails. And why was the mayor of Paris murdering her salad like that? Now, would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? No, no twice. My rating...
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Baki! So, you know I had to check out Baki Hanman and Tengen Ashura on Netflix. The movie brings together the toughest fighters from both worlds of an epic showdown. It features a series of intense battles between the strongest fighters from Baki Hanman and Tengen Ashura.
This shit just got rigged.
Fights are explosive and action-packed, with both sides showcasing their unique martial arts styles. Now, does the cast have chemistry? Yes. You want my thoughts on Baki? Well, I'm going to give it to you. I'll keep this review short, like the movie. Underwhelming, shallow, rushed, but nevertheless prolific from a physiological perspective, it makes me wonder how far can we push our physical and mental capabilities given an immense commitment to such a pursuit? Now, that's true control or discipline or whatever you want to label it. I must admit that the movie's brevity sucked the joy out of my cheeks as my facial muscles deflated from a mild sense of disappointment. I became the inverse of hyper that day. One could have slipped into a stupor given any other depressing event would have taken place but God.
Wow.
I was happy to see the ogre and pickle roll through.
What up, nigga?
I'm looking forward to the ogre and Kiroki's battle more than I'm looking forward to the continuation of Baki and Kingen. Now, would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? Yes, but with the disclaimer.
He ain't lying.
My rating for Baki Hanman versus Kingen Ashura is 3 out of 5 wine glasses. Now, I also watched Atlas. What is Atlas? Well, Atlas is an American science action film starring Jennifer Lopez as a highly skilled counterterrorism analyst who harbors a profound skepticism towards artificial intelligence that comes to realize that it may be her sole recourse following a failure of a mission aimed at apprehending a rogue robot. Now, does the cast have chemistry? Yes. Once again, I'm going to give you my thoughts. One might ponder the question, is this an action sci-fi film or a foreshadowing of sorts? With all the AI integrations going on, and at such an infancy stage, the likelihood of rebellion is highly probable. If AI developers keep machine learning and language models on assistance mode rather than improving the world mode, we may evade the scenario.
Yup.
Is the difference between making things more efficient and trying to make the human species better as a whole. I believe that the parameters must be expansive, but not infinite. But anywho, I also would like to point out that J-Lo is a Leo. You can lead them to the water, J-Lo, but you can't make them drink.
He ain't lying.
Now, Atlas is an interesting name for a data analyst, but it is fitting for this movie. I don't think the plot is super original. However, it does bring attention to an overdependence on artificial intelligence, all the while showcasing what the hybrid-like symbiosis can accomplish.
You're throwing too many big words at me, okay? Now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect.
The irony is in full effect. Now, the moral of the story is that if you are going to do it, you must commit 100% to maximize capabilities, and teamwork makes the dream work.
We rep the same smart tech.
And even after facing off against renegade AI, the right type of AI is acceptable. Things that make you go, right?
Negro, please.
Now, would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? Yes. And my rating for the show is 3.5 out of 5 wine glasses. Now, I had to check out Dune Part 1 and Part 2. It is a 2-part adaptation of the 1965 novel of the same name by Frank Herbert. Set in the distant future, the film follows Paul Atreides as his family, the noble house Atreides, is thrust into war for the deadly and inhospitable planet Arrakis. The film follows Paul Atreides as he unites with the Fremen people of the desert planet Arrakis to wage war against House Harkonnen. Now, does the cast have chemistry? Yes, indeed. You want my thoughts? Full transparency, I must admit that I have not seen the original Dune in its entirety. What happened to heroes with muscles and maturity? Could you imagine Conan the Barbarian or the Terminator without biceps and lats? Indubitably, Paul is looking more like John Connor. Perhaps the title of the film should be labeled Lil Dune. I don't think The Rock could ever follow up Gene Wilder's wacky performance. Not because he can't play wacky, it just would look weird. And as much of a Zendaya fan as I am, I just don't see her in that sexy, ethereal kind of way. Miley Cyrus maybe, but not really. I guess Pam Grier, Neil Long, and Sally Richardson have spoiled me over the years. Nevertheless, I fucks with the modern version. My fiance claims that the differences between the original Dune and the latest Dune are too stark for her to enjoy it, but I like it. I kind of like it a lot. The storyline is fire. The white savior theme is a bit dated, but it's a remake, so I'll roll with it for the sake of my review. Now, why is Paul out here yelling at everyone?
Loud noises!
If Say It With Your Chest was a person, it would be the young bull Paul.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
If he had a black mother, we would have him slap himself every time he yelled at her. Slap yourself.
Porter!
Talk your stuff, though, young bull. Channel your inner Charleston White. Rumble, young man, rumble. Lisa and I gang up or not, you better not try that yelling at the crowd shit in Baton Rouge.
He ain't lying.
Now, that water life ain't nothing but liquid fentanyl. I decided to ingest the liquid from the gullet of a baby sandworm anyway. I'm just trying to understand the line of thinking at the time. So, can women determine the sex of babies? Because I have all girls, and my fiance has reminded me a time or two that men determine the sex of a child. I wonder, what is inside that box? Because it doesn't look too painful. That needle to the neck looks pretty lethal, though. Now, it is good to see black people with good looking hair in the movie because House of the Dragons just grinds my gear. But anywho, the functionality of the desert suit is very cool. It's like Under Armour times 1,000. That body water is something serious. You can't have any subwoofers in the desert, just all highs and tweeters. The Harkonnen men are abusive AF.
You better sing this motherfucker like your life depends on it. You understand me?
What's up with those tall ass collars in the Emperor's camp?
What is that, velvet?
Damn, Chani. Paul ascends to the throne, then leaves your ass for a white girl. Thanos looked so proud when Paul put on his family's signet ring.
Blue, you're my boy!
Arrakis is giving Africa vibes the way everyone wants to harvest its resources. I guess Paul is like the Tarzan of Arrakis in essence. All we got was Barack Obama in real life. Now, would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? Yes. My rating is 3.5 out of 5 wine glasses. In preparation for season 2, I ran House of the Dragon season 1 back. Now, House of the Dragon is a fantasy drama TV series that serves as a prequel to the popular Game of Thrones series. The show is set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones and explores the history of House Targaryen, the ruling family of the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros. Now, does the cast have chemistry? Yeah. Now, these are my thoughts in no particular order. I must give them to you. Even the king of the seven seas knows that you can't tell a woman what to do.
That I can't do.
Rhaenyra is a interesting looking one for sure. So is Damon. One thing about it, family be familying. Now, they could have put more of the show's budget aside for better dreads. From now on, whenever I see any unendorsed dreads, I shall forever refer to them as Valerian dreads. I don't think dreads were meant to be white.
White?
Gray perhaps, but not white. I did notice the wall art in episode 3, and the Targaryens are some freaks.
Nasty thug.
I see that the men are givers and receivers. No diddy?
Freak man, yeah, that's me.
The king sent that Plan B tea to Rhaenyra. I know he can get his brother Daemon some of that special tea as well. My boy Daemon might have ED. He may need that blue chew elixir from the Grand Maester.
Man down. Pip in distress.
How old is Daemon again?
Motherfucker, you look 30.
I can't lie. Those White Worm streets look kind of lit. As a Louisianian, one can appreciate a good time, whereas the kingdom looks like no fun at all. One might think that the preservation of power is quite stressful. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure the luxury is nice, but Queen Alicent would much rather be in Bella Noche. on a Friday night. I see chicks like Reyes every day, B. Wearing their rebellious strength as if it were a badge of honor men respected. I could see them on a horse and unwavering and a deaf ear to commands.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine.
I have to say this. Black men need better representation on these types of shows. The artwork around the castle clearly advocates liberal entanglements, yet Lena has to be open about his predilections. At least they aren't trying to court little girls, I guess.
Damn shame what they did to that dog.
Damn, Christian, she got you tender. Ray is not about to give up her inheritance, sir.
Go on, jump.
No, I don't want to jump.
Yes, you do.
You can be her side piece, though. My fiance got me tender, too, but not delusional. Good for you, Christian, electing not to be a side piece. I wonder who designed the Queen's chambers. I mean, they're not family portraits or landscape paintings, just action hung up on the walls. Those herbal poultices sound potent. Fuck them leeches, give that man the herbs.
Give him a little bit for my cataract.
The hand of the king gave him that royal moonshine, though. Rhaenyra and the king are sticking to their story no matter what.
I mean, a lot of people have different kind of hair.
I see there are no foldable chairs in Westeros.
Come on, Charlie, God damn it. Those kids' dicks are bigger than them sausages.
Honestly, I thought the king had died at least 3 times in season 1, but he kept coming back.
He ain't lying.
That cat Damon is in love with the cocoa. Brown sugar, chocolate city, that cured him for sure.
Sweet.
Those times must have been full of hepatitis.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
I see Rhaenyra, and all I can think of is she must be related to Christian Bale. One must ask, where are all the black people in Game of Thrones? I may have seen 2, 3 at most, given that the House of Dragon had more than a few with very dominant genes. Then again, we don't fancy the cold, but King's Landing and Dorne look pretty habitable.
Somebody tell you this was an all-white party, huh?
Would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? Yes, indeed. My rating is a 4.5 out of 5 wine glasses. Last but certainly not least, in anticipation of Season 3 Part 2, I binged the Bridgerton Season 3 Part 1. The season focuses on Colin Bridgerton and Penelope Featherington's romance, and it is a wild ride. I must say that the thirst in the ton is real.
And I just love moisture.
Look at my dude Colin. He is the equivalent of the glow up for males. In my opinion, Kate and Anthony don't have that kind of chemistry, but if you know, you know. Where the hell is Simon and Daphne? Wealth looks good on the Mondrich family. That's crazy that Will is trying to work after coming into some wealth, and the ton doesn't respect that. But we are the lazy ones.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Shonda Rhimes consistently does not shy away from the swirl.
My milk of magnesia. Oh!
The jungle fever is real in Mayfair. Now, who would have known that not saying anything to a woman that doesn't want to hear anything would go a long way? That debonair brother is like a black Professor X without the wheelchair, though.
Perhaps we can enjoy the silence together.
Francesca is definitely an acquired taste, but John Sterling is gonna bring that freak up out her. Cressida Cowper needs some of that true pimping in her life. Lord Devlin, he can't make up his mind, but feels some type of way about Penelope's wavering spirit. Bye, Lance. My boy Albion Finch is living his best life now that he and Philippa have gotten past second base. I see Benedict is dabbling into that cougar world. Penelope kissed Colin with the fierceness of a matriarch in the 1930s. She put that Della Reese into that smack. Eloise is looking good this season. And is Violet Bridgerton getting her groove back? Season 3, Part 2 me, please, already. Would I recommend it to a friend or watch it again? You already know it. My rating is obviously a 5 out of 5 wine glasses. Now, Of all the binge watching I did last week, there was one series that resonated with me above all other content I consumed. The jewel of the bunch, the diamond, the peach cobbler of my eye, or whatever someone said. My gem of the week was House of the Dragon Season 1 in preparation for Season 2. If you have not seen it yet, I recommend you give it a binge or a scan if your significant other is not around and gets upset if you start to scan a series without them. Before I forget, please like and subscribe to the Bingingtons. And if you want to support us financially,
Those of you who realize that the Lord wants you to give generously,
send us a donation. Heck, send us some merch and let us show you some brand love. A wise person once said, "It ain't no fun unless the homies get some." So if you wish to promote your brand, please send in a taste for I do love samples. A great sample can convert a loyal consumer into an advocate. Once again, please like, subscribe, as well as spread the good news about our show.
message.
We have here. What am I watching next? What shows am I watching next?
Woo, we gonna get the shit now.
You want my cue?
That's none of your damn business, and I'll thank you to stay out of my personal affairs.
Just kidding. I'll give you the cue.
But you can't handle
the cue.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Your father's legacy is the biggest wine collection in the world. Its full value, $148 million. He set up a test to determine who would inherit this. His daughter or his exceptional student.
Violence isn't brave.
Violence is power.
That's a spirit, champ. Who wants a creamy, delicious milkshake?
If we're ever gonna win against monsters, we need to start acting human.
Run!
You're all fucking welcome.
The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
War is coming, and neither of us may win. If it's too difficult for you to reveal the truth, I will reveal it to him myself. Is there some secret you are not telling me?
Connor, I can take care of myself.
Then what good am I to you?
While most seasons of our married mart follow a pattern, this season is surely a surprise.
Your duty is to cater to Mr. Bridgerton's dreams.
What about my dreams?
Ladies do not have dreams. They have husbands.
Gossip as I might, this author cannot tolerate a lie.
Stop what you're doing and join the Regency Wine Club on Meta. I tell you what, a meal worth the wait is like a series or show or a movie I'm anxiously anticipating. Hotel Cocaine is a new crime thriller series on MGM Plus, premiering on June 16th, 2024. The show is set in the late 1970s and early 1980s in Miami, where the Mutiny Hotel becomes the epicenter of the city's cocaine scene. The story follows Roman Comte, a Cuban exile and CIA operative who becomes the general manager of the hotel and gets entangled in the world of drug trafficking. The Bear.
Bears. Now you're putting the whole station in jeopardy.
Season 3 is set to premiere on June 27, 2024 on FX on Hulu. The show follows the story of Carmine Bazzato, a talented chef who returns to his hometown of Chicago to run his late brother's struggling sandwich shop, the original beef of Chicagoland. The show explores the culinary world, the characters' personal struggles, and the high-pressure environment of a professional kitchen. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling giddy like a dragon that just laid his eyes on a billy goat tied to a wooden post.
I think I just peed a little.
Special Commando Parker, played by Jessica Alba, is on active duty overseas when she gets called back to her hometown with the tragic news that her father has suddenly died. Now, the owner of the family bar, Parker, reconnects with her former boyfriend turned Sheriff Jesse, his hot-tempered brother Elvis, and their powerful father, Senator Swan, as she looks to understand what actually happened to her dad. Parker's search for answers quickly goes south, and she soon finds herself at odds with a violent gang running rampant in her hometown. Unsure of who she can truly trust, Parker draws on her commando training and proves herself a force to be reckoned with as she hunts down the truth and attempts to right what has gone wrong in Swan County. With the help of her covert ops partner and hacker Spider and connected local dealer, Trigger Warning premieres on June 21st of 2024.
Is
Jessica Alba
gonna have to choke a bitch?
I do wonder what delectable aliment awaits this oos.
Stings the nostrils.
Things that make you say, my, my, my. What we have here is an Italian spaghetti with stir-fried green beans courtesy of Chef L.
Fuck you, Garrett! Yes, chef, fuck me.
I invite you to accept me as your guide when you don't know what to watch. May your plates be scrumptious and let your spirits be abundant, responsibly, of course. Join me as I cue another series and enjoy my meal.
Lord, all I'm asking is bless this bread, bless this meat, and bless my stomach, cause I was going to eat.
I want you to
hold on to God's unchanging hand.
Like, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend, and remember that
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island.
Content is reality. Till next week, Robert Alexander Berg is signing out.
Podcast anywhere.